Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
So,
Prabhu.
yeah, thank you very much, Vasudama Prabhu, to make you available for this little interview. So, I know you since sometimes, but can you please present yourself to the audience, you know?
Hare Krishna, Devarshi Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Swargurustik Srila Prabhupada. Myself, Vasudama Das. My base is in Hyderabad, India. So, yeah, I've been serving in ISKCON from almost more than 15 years now. Uh, Currently, I'm serving as a national director for ISKCON DAIVA ministry, which is based in India. And also, of course, I also do the natural farming, cow-based natural farming, which is based in India, and that is very close to Hyderabad city. Close, it's not close, but of course, little far away. It's about 258 kilometers from Hyderabad. Our farm titled as like Sri Surabhi Vedic Village. So I manage 118 cows, and we have got around 58 acres of land, and we are producing fruits, vegetables, flowers, and many other things. Actually, it's all natural and organic. It's all the even the grains which what we are growing, the rice and different pulses, those are all non-GMO. It's yeah, non-GMO seeds. So yeah, so
So
uh,
it means that you are demonstrating that it is possible to live on cow and land in your own life for you and your family. It's possible.
yeah, it's possible actually. Yeah, I mean, uh, still we have not yet moved to our farm, so it may take some time for us to settle because there are a few other challenges, practical challenges that needs to be met. We are in the process of shifting. It may take some time for us.
Yes. So actually, when you became connected with this DVM or Varnashram Dharma mission, especially in India, what was your inspiration and what do you see as a vision of Srila Prabhupada on that topic?
Uh, I've been serving in ISKCON National Ministry from almost like now it's like 8 9 years, I think so. And I got inspiration from Srila Prabhupada teachings, where Srila Prabhupada actually in everywhere in Srimad Bhagavatam and in in the conversations, even in the lectures, he emphasized about Varnasrama because everybody knows that Srila Prabhupada, he is like yet to complete his 50% of his mission. That is like the most important mission of ISKCON, actually. So then later I got inspiration from His Holiness Bhakti Raghava Swami Maharaj and Bhakti Vikas Maharaj and Siva Ramaswamy Maharaj and different all great Vaishnavas who are emphasized on about Varnashram, establishing Varnashram Dharma. So based on those, I was like started practically doing myself, at least to live simple and thinking high. At least I'm practicing. Still, I'm not reached that stage, but still, I'm just still practicing, and yeah, it's just going on.
You started to become, can say, inspired by Srila Prabhupada's vision, especially on Varnashram Dharma. Do you have some type of special quotes or some special situation that you remember that touch your heart in such a way that you become involved into that project?
Yeah, Srila Prabhupada, like I can take Srila Prabhupada's word. Like I did remember, Srila Prabhupada said, this present society is classless society. Okay, so as a ISKCON, as an organization, so we need to show to the world how how we can make a class society, a higher society, an educated society. So that happens only with took by practicing Daiva Varnasrama. It's not only Varnasrama; it's a Daiva Varnasrama by
Yes.
keeping Krishna in
Yes.
the center.
What is the difference between Varnashram Dharma and Daivi Varnashram Dharma? What is the difference?
Where as simple as such, Daiva Varnasrama means just keeping Krishna. Whatever the activities we do, we offer to Krishna. And Varnasrama is something which is like we hold up as like four varnas and we concentrate only on that, but we are not keeping Krishna in the center.
Yes. So Daiva Varnashram Dharma is supposed to be for devotee.
Yes, of course.
Can you share something about your realization on that topics?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the Varnashrama system is very much important to the present society because where we are facing so many difficulties, at least to lead our life in a systematic manner. Because where most of us devotees we are living in the cities basically, so where we can see the big scraper buildings, and we are just nesting in the concrete buildings, and we don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen in the next minute, you know. So Srila Prabhupada, in one conversation in March 1975 in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that actually on that day, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that in the morning they read Krishna book. So Prabhupada actually connecting to that topic actually. Prabhupada said, see, similar like Krishna and the inhabitants of Vrindavan, how they lived peacefully in the village. The same thing, the same kind of concept I want to introduce. Prabhupada said, the same kind of concept I want to introduce. I want to keep some cows, and we should grow our own food, and we should be an example to the world. Basically, all the world will come to us. So even though we need to take care of all the living beings, like in Vrindavan, Krishna used to take care of all his inhabitants of Vrindavan, especially even the cows, even the dogs, even the so many other living entities, even the monkeys and everyone. So Srila Prabhupada, in that particular conversation, Srila Prabhupada very specifically he mentioned that even though if cow doesn't give milk, you please let them graze on the lands and just allow them to put urine and dung. That is more than enough. So
It seems that
just by
yes, it seems that when we spoke about cows, it seems that it is difficult for most of us to understand what is the position of the cow in our life, in our devotional life. What is the position? It seems that it is difficult for many of us.
uh, actually, Prabhu, uh, because the only way how we can actually save mother cow and at the same time worship mother cow, and if we want to keep a mother cow, it only happens in the villages. In the cities, it is not possible. Cows are very important. They are always should be in our part of our life. And whereas if I go uh, in early days, uh, like I can remember in India, there are some villages in each and every house they used to have a cow. They used to have the
Mm.
cows basically. So
Mm.
nowadays it's not being seen in that way because of different aspects has been introduced by the men actually. Actually, I would say the human beings like we are the culprits of getting introduced so-called modern technologies inside yeah, into the villages. So I can see in the villages because we go for preaching in different aspects about natural farming and cow care and different themes we take to the villages, and when we preach, when we go there, not even you know at least out of 10 houses, we can see 2 or 3 houses have cows. Otherwise, there is no cows at all, because they introduced all the machines. They introduced the tractors. They introduced they are following green revolution, basically. Green revolution, the whole concept itself is a failed concept, I would say. Because by introducing that, we are losing the diversity in the cropping plan, actually.
Yes, yes. We need to reconnect with
Yeah. Because Srila Prabhupada also used one word. It's called overhauling. Srila Prabhupada said, you need to overhaul the whole society.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's a big challenge.
Actually, it's not a big challenge, but only it depends on how. Because Srila Prabhupada many times he told that we need to show something to the world. That means it only happens with ISKCON. So actually, as a devotee, we just simply blindly follow the whatever Prabhupada instructed and just do it. Everything will just roll on, and as Srila Prabhupada told, yes, all the world, they will look onto us. Definitely, they will look onto us. We should be like a living example to the present society.
Yes. But actually, this is a very important point that you mentioned, that it is the desire of Srila Prabhupada. Yes. And then we can show with that desire example. It's like a preaching mission, about how to live, especially in village.
Because I can say 100% of the devotees are not into preaching. They are into different areas of preaching. There are some devotees, they into kirtans, some devotees they into book distribution, some devotees they into prasadam distribution, some devotees they're into different areas. Some devotees they serve in the temple, some devotees into deity worship, many areas. But whereas not everyone involved into all different services, still we can actually grow, because Srila Prabhupada also told that city temples are for the city people. So city people means not for the city devotees, basically, for the outsiders, where we can actually preach about Sanatana Dharma and we take them back to the villages. That is our mission. Whereas we need to have the villages where devotees must stay in the villages, and they should practically lead a simple living and high thinking. We should grow our own food, and we should try to live peacefully. That is the whole concept of Krishna consciousness.
It seems that in that topic, it seems that India has a very important role to play, because it's the land of cows. And Krishna was taking care of cows and land. And so, do you see some positive step in India with the devotee first, and also the non-devotee about caring about in a better way about cows and land? Do you see some encouragement?
I mean, you mean to ask about the devotee involving into different projects? I'm just getting some
Yes,
break
do
in the
you see
connection.
that since you are living in India, since there are quite many devotees in India now, it's called devotee, do you think that some devotees are taking more seriously the topics of Varnashram, cows and land in India first? And do you see if other people who are not, we can say, Gaudiya devotee, but they also feel the need to go back to more simple life?
Yes. Yes, nowadays devotees are showing interest to have communities. That is a very good positive sign. But at the same time, Srila Prabhupada also emphasized that we should train them, because how to live is also we need to train. To get trained, Srila Prabhupada said we need to establish Varnashram colleges. So we need to have Varnashram colleges. That is long pending from our institution, but hopefully one day it will get evolved, and we should get trained actually, even how to live in the farms.
Yes, yes. Training. When we are old people, it's little difficult, no? But you see, what is your can say idea about training? How do you envision that type of training we can offer to devotee?
Okay, idea of
Yes, how do you see what are the different steps for training to establish an ashram college? But it's mean what it's mean to establish an ashram college.
yeah. I mean, see, Varnashram College basically it helps the different devotees uh, how they can actually fit into different jobs. Like for example, for Grihastha, basically he has to survive. He has to survive and he has to, maintain his family, and he has to at the same time he has to get involved with devotional activities and many things. So how a Grihastha family can lead their life, they can actually depend on agriculture or different kind of traditional technologies, like even they can make cloth making, and they can make parts, and they can involve in different kinds of different aspects actually. And uh, and for the uh, uh, for different like brahmacharis, whoever wants to participate, they can actually train the other devotees who can educate them, mostly the brahmacharis. They can actually go into the different nearest towns and different villages. They can actually go and preach and distribute books. They can actually involve in those ways. There are many other ways actually how they can actually involve.
Mm.
And also they have the children. The children also should get trained
Yes.
from the beginning stage, from the younger age. We need to have a proper gurukulas, a proper
Yeah.
well genuine gurukulas, and bona fide gurukulas, where it can lead them to live a proper lifestyle, so that they can actually lead their life very peacefully. So here in India, there is a practice of gurukulas from long time actually. So yeah, I heard from long time from other few devotees and even from Maharaj that in India before Independence Day, before of independence, we used to have some thousands and thousands of gurukulas in each and every state and city actually. So nowadays, not even very few, very some are there, like in Sringeri, some Udupi, and some Tirupati Devasthanams, and somewhere in north in Badrinath Ashram, and some other places
Mm.
they have. But only few we can just count in our fingers, because those
Yeah.
kind of gurukulas actually help our own younger generation to decide about their varna, and at the same time how they can fit into different kind of areas actually. So gurukulas are very much important, and it actually helps for each and every varna. The Varnashram College actually helps to each and every varna. So how it
Mm.
really educates many different people who want to lead their life.
Sometimes in English we say, when there is a desire, there is a way.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, Prabhu. Yes.
uh, it means that there is a need to for some devotee to have a strong desire to to start the thing, to start the
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
So, what can you say, like for example, in a conclusion, for devotees who are going to listen to the video, some may know something about Varnashram, some may know very, very little about Varnashram College. Can you give your some concluded word, you know?
Yeah. Uh, Varnashrama is actually already we are holding Varnashrama. I mean, holding means we are already leading our lives in a Varnashrama. That qualities is there within in ourselves, because we are somebody married and somebody living in as a brahmachari, or somebody is in sannyas, and somebody is in different things. It's already we are doing it, but we are not doing in a proper way. So Varnashrama is like Brahmana. So we need to develop those qualities only that we can able to know when we practice living in the
Yes.
village lifestyle. So that we can able to know only in those. If we want to stay here in the cities, and if we wanted to do the seva, so of course seva that can be done, but at the same time we may not be able to reveal ourselves what we are actually, what which varna we are actually belongs to. This is also an important for everyone, because it is just not that simply we cannot become a pure devotee. At least myself, I cannot just become a pure devotee just like that. So it definitely I would require, actually I want to know whether I'm a Shudra, or whether I'm a Vaishya, or whether who am I basically. So whether in what kind of interest, in what kind of areas they have that interest, then you do it, and just offer to Krishna whatever you do, and just you will slowly you will evolve. Krishna will actually try to develop you. So these are all like varnas, and the ashrams like grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, and all these ashrams are also most important, because grihastha, I can say, uh, like previously I had mentioned, the grihastha is also the important ashram, where the both husband and wife basically when they are devotees, obviously when they involve into different kind of activities, that means especially the prabhus, they can take up agriculture activity, and if he is not capable of doing such activity, they can actually involve into different kind of, there are many different kind of activities they can actually do. They can do cloth making, they can do clay pot, and they can do artisans. There are different artisans even in Orissa. We can see in Bhubaneswar, near to Jagannath Puri, there are, the whole village is full of artisans. It's all traditional painting. So even in our devotees family, so there are many other devotees, they do different beautiful paintings actually.
Yes.
So these are all traditional activities where we can see Srimati Radharani, she has her what are
Yes.
64 the qualities, how she all those kind of activities, actually we can do that. We can take those activities and we can try to do. Even the cooking, especially in West Bengal, in Mayapur, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have because especially in Bengal, they have a different thousands, I can say thousands of varieties of cooking dishes, traditional cooking dishes. So even in some of the books, I'm sorry I cannot remember those books, but in those books it is mentioned Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu interested. I mean, he liked some of the dishes actually. He listed. I could not able to recall. So those dishes now we can't able to see in Bengal actually. Even the recipes also we can find in some of the books, how they used to make and how they used to offer. So yeah, like this, like there are so many different activities actually grihasthas can participate, and they can actually offer to Krishna, and you can lead in a life very peaceful actually. Even the real education, Srila Prabhupada also once he mentioned, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that the real education for children is just to go for grazing. That's enough. Just take the cows and go for grazing. That's enough. That is, the whole education lies there. Obviously, Srila Prabhupada is, there is no doubt. That is like 2000%. Srila Prabhupada is correct, because the whole education, when you take the cows on the graze, When cows eat the grass, it goes into the belly and again it delivers it back through the dung, and the whole science lies there in the dung. And how the food that in the dung, the whole food, how actually I can say that 1 tablespoon of soil contains billion trillions of microbes. It is a feed for them, actually. It is really required. That is, nowadays, unfortunately, we have been not seeing those kind of thing, actually. Prabhu, I would say that we should actually try to get involved in the devotee communities, especially in the rural lifestyle. We need to practice living in rural lifestyle and try to implement simplicity, where Srila Prabhupada emphasized on simple living and high thinking. So whereas we can make our lives successful by following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. And we should also whatever Srila Prabhupada given us in the conversations or lectures or whatever in the books, in small snippets he has told, we can take those instructions as a as a practical implementation, and we should start doing it. This is very much needed. And at the same time, we need to have Varnashram colleges, many Varnashram colleges, and Gurukulas, and we need to because at least in each and every temple should have Varnashram training, basically for all the devotees, which is not it is not my interest, but whereas it is desire of Srila Prabhupada, where we have to fulfill Srila Prabhupada desire. So there can be a different challenges to meet, but at least out of 100%, at least 1%, at least we will try to serve in this way for Srila Prabhupada 50% of mission. Of course, Srila Prabhupada has already completed 50% of mission, but still that is required. But we are already participating in book distribution. These are all very much important. I'm not denying it. Whereas we should also keep Varnashram in line with Harinam Sankirtan. Of course, that it is inevitable. That is our heart and soul. That is our part and parcel. Harinam Sankirtan, book distribution. This is the most important. These are on the top list. But at the same time, Varnashram is also the most important one. We should never forget. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Vasudama Prabhu, for this very nice talk.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
I'm going to put in the description of the video
Prabhuji,
all the address of IDVM. Like that, devotee who wants can contact IDVM for more inspiration. Hare Krishna.